What's up, you guys? Slim here with a new video today, and I'm here to do what I hope will be a kind of a new but revamped version of a segment I used to do here on my channel. Everyone was very positive with my return, with saying I'm trying to go back to the roots of this channel. That's you guys. You guys are the roots of this channel. Listening to you guys, taking your ideas, taking your advice, and mostly, what I asked you guys, what segments do you want to see? One of the ones that came up, of course, was Slim Chat. And I want to do that again. But since I've kind of just come back and tried to revamp and renew things, I wanted to give it a new title. So I'm trying to make this, instead of Slim Chat, I want to call it Slim Sessions. Let's have a sesh together. And just kind of, same thing, same premise, talk about something in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or maybe even non-Yu-Gi-Oh! Related, and just talk about it, and just, have like an open discussion, leave the comments like open to, whatever you guys want to say, whatever your opinions are on the subject. So I hope you guys will support it, and I hope you guys like the name. I was trying to think of the name. I woke up like super early. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna call this, and I thought, can't call it Slim Segment, can't call it blah. I was like, Slim Sessions, I guess. So maybe there's a better name for it, but I think Slim Sessions works because every time we get in here, we have a session. We talk about it. It sounds a little professional. I got my little office chair. Yeah, I got a little cool office chair. I tried to be cool, just like turning around and like, good evening. Anyways, so rambled enough. What I'm here to talk about is the current state of the meta. There was a video that I saw that said that the current state of the meta is healthy, finally, etc. in March 2016. And a lot of people agree and a lot of people disagree, and kind of wanted to give my 2 cents on it. So saying the meta is healthy basically means that there's a lot of decks that are topping, there's a lot of decks that are, that are being, represented at premier events. If we look across the board, I mean, anyone can see this. The main decks that are being played, it's pretty much the same stuff. Performa Pals, Cosmo, Monarchs, those are like the main decks. The majority of the top players are playing those decks. The majority of the people, in the room are playing those decks. But at the same time, there are other decks that are, surfacing, I wouldn't say as frequently, but are starting to become more frequent in the meta. One of them is Phantom Knights. Jeff and Lolly started that, and now a bunch of people are getting on that deck, and it's cool to see another deck in the meta. I don't understand why a lot of people get pissed. Like if a random deck just tops, it's like, well, isn't that good? Isn't that what this game should be about? Shouldn't we be having other decks besides the same shit top all the time, or at least do well? Like there was an amazing deck that I saw on House of Champions called To Infinity and Beyond, Michael Clazel's Cyber Dragon deck. Like that deck is nuts. Like if you open like the nuts or whatever, like you start with like 2 infinities. I mean, come on, that's pretty dope. Plus, I mean, the name, come on, To Infinity and Beyond. You can't sit here and tell me you don't like Buzz Lightyear, because you're full of shit if you say that. Buzz Lightyear is freaking awesome, still to this day. But that was just a really cool deck. There was someone actually playing that deck at the locals I went to last Tuesday, and I thought, oh fuck, I even turned over and looked at him. I'm like, is that To Infinity and Beyond? He looked at me, shook his head. I was like, yeah. I was like, good, someone's playing something different. It's nice to see something different. Now, as far as other decks, Mermails, they won one of the ARGs. The most recent one that I think is just amazing, Super Quantum's motherfucking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Calvin Dahan goes and wins first place with that deck. That deck is, I mean, come on. Who can sit here and say you don't want to play that deck, you don't want to play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and play the Zords and play the Megazords, and he just said, you do this and you win, you kill them. Like, I mean, come on, it's true. It is ridiculous. Soul Charge, you win, like all these crazy things. Like, how do you take down Magnus or whatever it's called? I just call it the Megazord. I think everyone else does, but how do you take something down like that? So I think it's awesome to see other decks topping. It's awesome to see other decks even just making it to, even if they don't win, the fact that they make it into the top 32, top 16, at least it gives you something new to look at. There's one exception, the Monarch FTK. Okay, everyone's gonna, shit talk that deck, and I would too. But, in the past, I've played trolley decks. I've played Final Countdown. I've played Chain Burn. I've played, stuff like that. So I can't sit here and say to you guys that when I saw it, I didn't think, oh, man, this shit's pretty ridiculous. It's consistent. And, yeah, it's I guess, degenerate, but it wins. But I would never touch that deck. Someone, again, played it at our locals, ended up losing to Cosmo. kudos to the Cosmo guy. I told him afterwards, like, you're the hero. You know, you beat that deck. That deck's whatever. Like, side Droll and Lockbird. Hope you draw it. They can brick. They're very consistent, but they can brick. So, you know, eventually the deck will probably, you know, there's something's gonna happen to that deck, obviously, because I don't think they're gonna want to have a deck like that still in the game. Like if they hit Equalizer and Explosion, if they hit them both, or if they even hit, I think if they just hit what is it? If they just hit Life Equalizer, it'll take care of it, because if they don't hit Equalizer, you can use Blasting the Ruins, because that was the old version of it. Like, I think it's like 30 cards or whatever, and you just burn them for like, you just do Equalizer that, and it's like game. So I hope that they deal with that deck. Other than that, there's multiple variants of Monarchs. As you guys know, I'm playing Monarchs. I've rattling my brain of what version of Monarchs to play next. As you guys saw, I started with the chicken game build. I'm looking into the hand disruption build with like the triple Mega Thestalos, striking the Monarchs, all that stuff. I'm looking at reasoning even in the deck. Now that could just be the old Inferno player in me wanting to play reasoning, but at the same time it's like, oh man, that shit, like, it could be a problem because, you know, they just call 8 because, you know, you play against Cosmo, you call 8 to hit the Dank Destroyer, Dark Destroyer, sorry, I called it Dank Destroyer, but yeah, that's what everyone's calling it these days. It's like, well, you get an extra normal summon, like, that's pretty freaking good, like, in that deck. And I mean, if they call 8 hit Erebus, I mean, you can just drop a Monarch's Blower Trap and grab it back. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I need to, like, play test and practice with. That's why there's locals, because, I mean, I'm trying to just figure out the right build for myself. YCS Vegas is this weekend. You know, shout out to everyone that's going. Shout out to my boy Welchie. You know, best of luck, bro. Shout out to my brother Jerry who's going. I wish I could be there with you guys. I tried. You know, can't get the days off. I work in one of the busiest airports in the world, and I can't even, you know, we're understaffed. I can't even get the damn days off. But a little bit of good news. I am going to actually go to the San Jose Regionals at the end of this month. I'll talk about that more in another video. So I hope to see you guys there. Other than that, back on topic, because we always get off topic. The current state of the meta is, you know, most people are going to say, you're going to get about 50-50. You're going to get that it's, you know, it's healthy because a lot of decks are around, a lot of decks are topping. The other half is going to say, no, it's the same degenerate bullshit. All I'm seeing is Monarchs. All I'm seeing is Performance Pals. All I'm seeing is Cosmo. Well, at the end of the day, let's face it, those decks are good. Those decks are consistent. Those decks are going to win. Glasgow Yu-Gi-Oh! Made probably one of the best videos I've seen in a long time. The scrub mentality, you know, I'm a scrub, you know, I've admitted it many times. And, you know, I thought about it, it's like, you know, a lot of that mentality is the mentality I used to have. I try not to have the mentality anymore with, you know, certain things, the way things play out, but it's true. And he said something very clear, you know, it's like a prescription. Like if, you know, like net decking. All right, if the deck wins the event, it's like there's like a cure for something, and you're foolish to not, you know, use the cure if it's available to you. Kind of, I'm sure I'm like butchering like exactly what he said, but basically it's saying that there's nothing wrong with net decking. Net decking is not something that should be looked down upon because, you know, if something works, why not use it? If it's, you know, if it's not broke, like don't fix it. Like, you know, there's all these different, you know, little puns and shit you could say about it, but at the end of the day, there's always going to be, you know, certain decks that are just gonna do better than others. They're built to do better than others. Excuse me, I guess I'm like chronic cough crap. They're built to be more consistent. They're built to be more aggressive. They're built, you know, to, you know, simplify the game state fast. They're built to OTK. A lot of people are saying this is an OTK format. Well, yeah, Cosmo can OTK you. Etelli Farm Girl, you know, it's a real thing. It means death. But I mean, you know, at the same time, like sometimes they don't open that. Sometimes they, you know, do their tin can stuff, and you know they get the job done. So I mean, you just have to know how to play against a deck. Monarchs can OTK you, I guess. Like, I guess reasoning will give you that option. I guess like if you hit an idea or whatnot, or you hit a Mithra or something, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna bring out, you know, other stuff. Like, but I don't know. But I don't think we're in so much of an OTK format. Like Performance Pals, yeah, you know, go first, summon 5, nut on you, and then it's like, well, can you kill him? Nope, oh, they got strike, warning, well, that's game 1. And then you go to game 2, you know, you try to go first, you know, you break, they go, summon 5, boom, and it's over. Like, yeah, I guess that could happen, but at the same time, I feel like if you're playing a deck like Monarchs or a deck like Cosmo, like, you can recover, you won't get OTK'd. Unless, I mean, I guess you're playing against the FTK. I mean, they OTK you, so... other than that, I feel that the meta's decent. I'm okay with the meta. I played against all meta when I was at the locals, which I mean, like, never happens. Like, it's very rare you'll go and actually play against all meta in a locals, or like sometimes even regionals you won't even play all meta. You'll play like rogue stuff, but there's a lot of decks around. There's BA is still around. BAs are getting Beatrice. Like, I mean, come on, the deck is still going to be around. The deck is nuts. Like, that deck will always be around. You know, and other decks will be coming out. Like, the Blue Eyes deck is coming out. Now a lot of people are saying, oh, the Blue Eyes deck sucks. Just wait till someone important like tops with it. Then you'll be like, oh my god, it's the best deck ever. It's like Phantom Knights. Like, a lot of people didn't pick up on the deck. I didn't even know what the hell the deck was. And it's like, well, you know, it tops. It gets the job done. Super Quantum, same thing. You're really going to think, like, in 2016 we're winning fucking events with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Well, hell yeah, we are. So, that's all I pretty much got to say. I rambled, but that's, you know, the whole point. We're having a session here, so comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this segment? Do you like this format? Very simple, just in my office chair, trying to get a little bit better lighting, but just talking to you guys like I used to, because that's, you know, how things used to be, and I think it's good to go back to what made the channel successful and stuff that you guys really like. I am going to be bringing back the good, the bad, and the Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm actually working on getting a webcam. I saw one on my Inch. He did one on like a Logitech one that's nice and cheap that works. Gonna use that. Gonna try to get Camtasia or whatever. Try to do some cool stuff. Kind of want to get my little face up in the videos. Like when I used to do good, bad, and Yu-Gi-Oh, I'd always have, you know, the screenshot, but then, you know, all you hear is me in the background. I mean, you can see my reactions. You can see my pretty face if you want, or I don't know, but I'm gonna try and, you know, just make, you know, I'm not gonna go crazy and do like some crazy like flashy editing, but I'm gonna, you know, try to keep it, you know, HD, try to keep it, you know, just clean for you guys. And I mean, these guys know I'm not gonna edit and butcher, you know, what I say. Like, I really had never done that, and doing that sucks to me because it's not me. Like, if I curse, I curse, and, you know, it's whatever, it's honest. So yeah, so anyways, let me know what you guys thought of this segment. Let me know if you guys want to see more of it. We'll call it Slim Sessions. We'll start with episode 1. Is the meta healthy, etc.? Is it balanced? Obviously, people are going to say it's not balanced. I mean, are we ever going to have a balanced meta? Maybe one day. One day. Hey, sorry, I had to. Whenever I think of something, I was like, oh, I'll have it one day. That always plays in my head. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit me up on my email, whatever I got in the description. I don't have a lot of, I already said I don't do the social media, but the email is where you can do business inquiries. We can talk Yu-Gi-Oh! And your video ideas. Put them in the comments. Put them in the email if you don't want them to be seen in the comments, and I'll definitely get around to them and be uploading more videos. I'm thinking 3 videos a week is 2 to 3 a week is doable, so hope it's a good start. I don't think I'll upload every day, but I think 2 to 3 a week is doable for you guys. So yeah, anyways, rambled long enough. Hope you guys watch it all. Enjoy it, thumbs it up, and thank you for watching. I keep forgetting that I always said that I like every video that I get all serious. I kind of like shake my head and say thank you for watching, but yeah, thank you for watching.